Right now, in this moment, a story is playing inside your head. You didn't choose it. You probably don't even notice it, but it is running and it is deciding everything. Every single morning you wake up, before you check your phone, before you speak a single word, your mind has already decided what kind of person you are today. And most of the time, that story tells you you're not ready. You're not good enough. That's just how it's always been. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You are living inside a story that was written for you by fear, by failure, by other people's opinions, and you have never stopped to question it. That story has a cost, and you have been paying it every single day without realizing it. Today, that changes. Not because life handed you something better, but because you are finally going to see the story for what it is. You've tried, you've started things, you've had moments where you really believed this time would be different, and then something happened. You got tired, or scared, or someone said the wrong thing at the wrong moment, and you stopped. And you told yourself a story about why. Maybe it wasn't the right time. Maybe you weren't built for that kind of success. Maybe people like you just don't get those results. Here is the truth no one tells you. Your problem is not your circumstances. It is not your background. It is not even your habits yet. The real barrier is invisible. It lives in the 6 inches between your ears. It is the narrative you return to every single time things get hard. That narrative, that inner story, is not the truth. It is a habit, and like every habit, it can be broken. The question is, are you willing to do the uncomfortable work of becoming someone new? Because the old story is comfortable, it is familiar, it protects you from risk, but it also protects you from everything you actually want. So, let's talk about how to change it, starting right now. In the 1960s, a psychologist named Albert Bandura introduced an idea that would quietly reshape how we understand human potential. He called it self-efficacy, your belief in your own ability to succeed in specific situations. Bandura discovered something radical. Your actions are not driven primarily by your talent or your IQ. They are driven by the story you tell yourself about what you are capable of. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Henry Ford. That is not a motivational poster. That is neuroscience. Your brain is not neutral. It is constantly scanning for evidence that confirms whatever story you already believe. Tell it you are someone who fails, and it will find every piece of proof. Tell it a different story, and it begins scanning for a different kind of evidence. That is the mechanism. That is the door. And the lessons that follow, they are the keys. Use them. Every one of them. The first story you ever believed about yourself, you did not write it. Someone else did. A parent, a teacher, a moment of failure that happened before you even understood what failure meant. You carry that story into every job interview, every relationship, every moment you consider going after something big. It whispers, "Remember what happened last time?" The psychology behind this is called narrative identity, the ongoing story you construct to make sense of your life. Psychologists have found this story directly shapes your choices, your confidence, and your resilience. Starting today, write 3 sentences in a notebook, 3 things you have already done that prove you are capable. Not big things, anything. You are building a new evidence file for your brain. Drop this in the comments right now. I am rewriting my story. Here's something uncomfortable. Most people talk to themselves in ways they would never speak to another human being. You call yourself stupid, pathetic, a failure, constantly. You would never let someone treat your closest friend the way you treat yourself in your own mind, but you do it every day before breakfast. This is called negative self-talk, and neuroscience shows it activates the same threat responses in your brain as actual physical danger. Your nervous system cannot tell the difference between a real threat and the story in your head. This knowledge is for building yourself up, not tearing others down. When you catch the voice being cruel, stop. Replace it with one sentence. I am learning. That's all. Not toxic positivity, just truth. You do not rise to your goals. You fall to your identity. Whatever you believe you are, that is exactly the ceiling you will hit every single time. Think about the last time you tried to build a new habit. You pushed for a week. Then you missed a day, and your brain said, "See, that's just not who you are." And you believed it. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, calls this the identity layer. Every action you take is a vote for the kind of person you believe yourself to be. Miss once, you cast one vote. The story only wins if you let it take the majority. Today, do one thing that the person you want to become would do, not because you feel like it, because you are casting a vote for a new story. Tell me in the comments, what is one vote you are casting today? Drop it below. Every time you avoid something, a hard conversation, a new skill, a risk that matters, you add a chapter to the story that says, I am someone who can't handle this. And the longer you avoid it, the bigger and more terrifying that thing becomes in your mind. Not because it got harder, because the story about it grew. Psychologists call this experiential avoidance, and it is one of the most reliable predictors of long-term anxiety, low confidence, and the slow erosion of self-belief. You shrink to fit the story. Pick one thing you have been avoiding this week. Do the smallest possible version of it today, not to conquer it, just to prove the story wrong by 1 inch. Someone in your life told you what you were capable of, and you believed them. A parent who called you sensitive, a teacher who said you weren't academic, an ex who said you were too much. And you filed that away as fact. You carry it like it is stamped on you, permanent, official, real. It is not. It was one person's limited perspective on one moment of your life. Think about the last time you tried to build a new habit. You pushed for a week, then you missed a day, and your brain said, "See, that's just not who you are," and you believed it. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, calls this the identity layer. Every action you take is a vote for the kind of person you believe yourself to be. Miss once, you cast one vote. The story only wins if you let it take the majority. Today, do one thing that the person you want to become would do, not because you feel like it, because you are casting a vote for a new story. Tell me in the comments, what is one vote you are casting today? Drop it below. Every time you avoid something, a hard conversation, a new skill, a risk that matters, you add a chapter to the story that says, I am someone who can't handle this. And the longer you avoid it, the bigger and more terrifying that thing becomes in your mind. Not because it got harder, because the story about it grew. Psychologists call this experiential avoidance, and it is one of the most reliable predictors of long-term anxiety, low confidence, and the slow erosion of self-belief. You shrink to fit the story. Pick one thing you have been avoiding this week. Do the smallest possible version of it today, not to conquer it, just to prove the story wrong by 1 inch. Someone in your life told you what you were capable of, and you believed them. A parent who called you sensitive. Drop your one-line story in the comments. What is it? Write it out. Say it like you mean it. These are not abstract ideas. This is not a philosophy class. This is the actual daily mechanism by which your life gets built, or doesn't. Every lesson here is a thread in a new story. Pull them together daily, deliberately, and the person you are becoming starts to become undeniable, even to yourself. Right now, in this moment, something is shifting. You can feel it. The part of you that always talked you out of it is getting quieter because you are starting to see it for what it is. The old version of you is gone. That person, the one who accepted the story handed to them, who stayed small to stay safe, they don't live here anymore. You are capable, pointed at your own potential, not because everything is perfect, but because you have decided that the story ends differently this time. You answer to no one but the person you are becoming, not the voice from the past, not the opinions of people who never risked anything. Only that version of you, the one waiting on the other side of this. Every single morning from here, you choose the old story or the new one. That choice is yours alone. Make it count. The story you tell yourself today is the life you will live tomorrow. Change the story. Change everything. If something in this video landed for you, if one idea cracked something open, then you already know what the next step is. More of this, every week. Subscribe, not because I asked you to, because the person you are becoming does not walk away from the things that push them forward. That person stays in the room. And before you go, one question for the comments, one I want you to sit with. What is the one story about yourself that if you stopped believing it tomorrow would change absolutely everything?